Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and as well as that, comment down below, I subscribed, and you'll be entered in our monthly shoutout giveaway. Today, we'll be looking at 10 TV show stars who are now homeless. Halle Berry shot to stardom with roles in movies such as Monsters Ball and Catwoman. But before the Oscar winner was gracing the red carpet at glitzy awards events, most people don't realize that the actress had actually been homeless for a while before earning her big break. Like many aspiring young actors, Berry moved to NYC from her native home, Ohio. However, not long after arriving in the Big Apple at the age of 21, Berry ran out of money, and her mother decided to stop sending her money to fuel Berry's acting dream. Instead, the actress was forced to stay in homeless shelters to survive. One magazine reported, Berry's first weeks in New York were not so great. She slept in a homeless shelter and then in a YMCA. However, the actress has said that this experience of homelessness taught her a lot about life. She went on record by saying, "It taught me how to take care of myself and that I could live through any situation, even if it meant going to a shelter for a small stint or living within my means, which were meager." Chris Pratt is a global superstar known for big-name franchises such as Jurassic Park and Guardians of the Galaxy. So, most people will probably be surprised to learn that for a long time, Pratt was living in the life of a drifter down in Hawaii. At the age of 19 years old, Pratt took a one-way ticket to Maui to live with his friend. The only problem, neither of them have enough money to rent an apartment. Instead, they had to sleep in a flea-ridden and mice-infested van. Pratt once explained, "We just drank and smoked weed and worked minimal hours, 15 to 20 hours per week, just enough to cover gas, food, and fishing supplies. You know, it was a charming time." Pratt took a job as a waiter at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company in Maui, which is where he ended up being discovered. An actress named Rae Dawn Chong spotted him, and after taking note of his good looks, she promptly cast him in her directional debut, Cursed Part 3. Do you remember Randy Quaid? He's probably best known for starring in the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation movies, but before that he had been nominated for an Academy Award for his performance in The Last Detail. Sadly, things haven't been going so well for him in his recent years. Back in 2009, Quaid and his wife Evie were arrested after skipping out on a whopping hotel bill of over $10,000. Despite managing to pay for most of the bill, the couple were eventually awarded community service after repeatedly failing to appear in court. Quaid has since had a mountain of troubles with US and Canadian border officials. Long story short, the actor now appears to be homeless as he was recently found to have been squatting in the guest house of a property that he and Evie used to own. Hilary is a two-time Oscar winner who is best known for a role in $1 Million Baby. But did you know that Swank had a difficult upbringing, which resulted in homelessness for her and her mother? Swank grew up in a trailer park in Nebraska until she was 16 years old. Eventually, she decided to move to California with her mother to try and become an actress. However, this meant that she and her mother had to live in a car for several months. Eventually, they managed to sleep in an empty house that their friend owned. Hilary went on record saying, "We had a friend who was selling their house, and so they said, you know, there's no furniture, but you can stay there at night." It looks as though the pressure of being born into an acting dynasty hindered Barrymore rather than helped him. It seems hard to imagine that somebody who came from such a prestigious background could end up homeless, but that's exactly what happened to John Drew Barrymore. Barrymore found himself constantly being compared to his father and grandfather, which helped fuel his inner demons. In particular, like his daughter Drew, the actor struggled from drug and alcohol abuse. After failing to clinch any really big roles in Hollywood, Barrymore gave up on the world of acting and became a drifter instead. His family said that he used to disappear for months at a time, only to be arrested on charges of public drunkenness or drug abuse. Gary Glitters, the disgraced former singer who is now known for his child sex assault convictions rather than his musical legacy. So nobody will really be shedding a tear to know that before his latest stint in prison for his historic sex crimes, the performer was unable to find anywhere to live due to the publicity surrounding his offenses. However, despite denying that he was a child sex offender, Gad received a hostile reception in his home country and struggled to find anywhere to live. The former entertainer is now serving time in a sex offenders facility in Albany on the Isle of Wight. It's safe to say that James Cameron is a very, very rich man. He's directed some of the most popular films in movie history, from Titanic to Avatar. But before creating hit after hit in the box office, Cameron actually used to live in his car. That's right, while he was writing Terminator, Cameron actually was barely making ends meet, even living in his car for some time. However, after the success of Terminator, he was able to buy a house and continue his directing career. Steve Harvey had struggles finding his way to the top. Harvey now hosts a successful daytime TV show and has become one of America's best-loved stand-up comedians. He also presents the popular quiz show Family Feud, as well as a number of other programs. But things weren't always so rosy for Harvey, especially in his early days of his career. He went on record saying he was trying to become a comedian in the late 80s, but 1 or 2 gigs fell through, leaving him completely homeless. So what did Steve Harvey do? In the end, he was forced to live out of his car for a whopping 3 years. The comedian slept in his 1976 Ford Tempo and used to shower in hotel bathrooms or swimming pool showers. Did you know that Jenny from the block had a brief stint of homelessness during her rise to fame? After growing up in the Bronx, Lopez decided at the age of 18 that she would want to become a dancer. Like most parents, J-Lo's mom and dad insisted that she go to college instead, but Lopez refused. Instead, they told her daughter that it was a really stupid idea and that no Latinos did that. After one big fight with her mom, Lopez moved out of her family home and slept on the sofa at the dance studio she used to practice in. Fortunately, the risky move paid off because only a few months later, Lopez came back from a European tour and became a fly girl on In Living Color. Butler found her rise to stardom in the ABC sitcom Grace Under Fire. But during the show, she battled a reoccurring drug addiction and spent time in rehab. After Grace was canceled in 1998, Butler moved out of LA and onto a farm in Georgia where she lived with 15 pets. When the money ran out, she turned to a homeless shelter for cover. It's uncertain what her current status of living is. With that said, this will bring us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, once again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as well as that, comment down below saying I subscribed, and again, you'll be entered in our monthly shoutout giveaway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.